Hello, I'm Lorraine Kauffman-Hall, and we're here at the RSA Security Conference, and I'm pleased to be sitting down tonight with Rick Moy, who is President and CEO of NSS Labs. And what we're talking about tonight is the IT buying process and how it's evolved, and really how there's a great need now for trusted, unbiased information. And so, Rick, why don't you just talk a little bit from a high level about what are some of the trends and changes that you've seen around the IT buying process?
Sure, thanks, Lorraine.
Sure.
Well, one of the things we're seeing from a trend perspective is obviously the threats are getting worse with the breaking news of the Google attack, Operation Aurora. It's really elevated the awareness of what we've already known within the community to the broader public, which is the threats are getting worse, and the security products that we're buying need to be able to keep up. And the question that's in everyone's mind now is, are the investments that I've made for my organization keeping pace with the threats? And if not, what are the plans? What do I need to do to better protect my organization? And when it comes to understanding the threats and which products and technologies and approaches make the most sense, there's a lot of data. There's blog posting, there's social media, there's constant news items about who's been breached, how much data has been lost, which Russian, Ukrainian, or Chinese attacker has been involved.
Right.
But when it comes to concrete information, what we're finding is enterprises are at a loss. A lot of data. We've seen a couple of the popular mediums go by the wayside. The magazines,
Right.
which used to do some product reviews, they're in constriction right now, very short-staffed. So the few product reviews that you will see out there tend to be very shallow. Most products getting 4 or 5 stars, not a lot of differentiation. And when it comes to analyst reports, they're not really empirically driven. They're based on information by surveying buyers and sellers about the issues and trying to frame the questions in a certain way. They're important, but they don't tell an organization whether or not the product can stop encrypted malware, specific types of attacks against vulnerabilities, whether or not the performance of a product is going to be supported on a given network's traffic. There's a lot of empirical hard data that needs to be derived in order to implement and properly operate these solutions. And that's really in short demand. And what we're seeing is a lot of head scratching with the IT buyers trying to figure out where can they go to and how do they cope with this.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I understand your company has just released a buying decision-making guide. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. So it's 10 recommendations on how to approach evaluating and purchasing security products. And it's really a collection of advice that we've been giving enterprises for the last couple of years. Things such as start with your own criteria, know what you're trying to protect, know what your throughput requirements are. If you're trying to protect a perimeter environment with Windows clients, it's very different than if you're trying to protect a data center with Oracle or other database information there. The attacks are different, and the products are often very different for that.
That's great. Well, we look forward to seeing that, and thanks for being with us, and good night from RSA Security Conference.